I don't know if you've ever watched lionesses, but they sleep in the heat of the day, and as it gets cooler, they'll walk across to one another, they lick one another like that, that white part on the cheek. They walk past one another, rubbing their cheeks like this. They lie on top of one another. That'd be good for team spirit. Eh? But jokes aside, what they have realized is that the tighter this team is bonded together, the better it hunts. And one of their ways of bonding their pride is this physical affection. So I'm not saying you must lie on top of one another. I'm not saying you mustn't either. But whatever the culture of your team dictates, you do it, because teams which are tighter together, they hunt better, they have more fun, they work harder, they're more successful. The other interesting thing, this lioness lying down was that brilliant zebra hunter. Now, her hunts are not always perfect by any means. The pride comes up, they spot the zebra, the youngsters go. But this time, a stallion, a big stallion comes onto her position. She comes out of the grass and she charges him. The stallion sees her coming and she catches up with him quite quickly and she's running hard on his right flank. But as she gets closer, he turns into her and she knows she's going to take both those hooves. She cuts left, she finds a little gap here, and she dives at his left shoulder neck area. The lioness is flying through the air. How he did it, I don't know, but the stallion pivoted and he just whacked her. Both hooves were coming for her face. She was in the air. She couldn't get out the way. Both hooves are close. She just pulled her head back, and both of those hooves whacked and knocked her around. But she flung this left paw over. And those claws are terrible. I don't know if any of you have been hooked by a cat. This is a big cat. And you know, we've got cheap skin. A zebra's got proper skin. The claws bite into the skin on the neck of the zebra. The weight of the lioness dropped him. He smashed, he thumped into the dust, winded himself, but the lioness got flung over him. But you've seen a cat, they land on their feet, they gather themselves, and she's back fast. The zebra is down here. If you can imagine, he's here, his legs are facing that way. His head's here. She comes round his head as he's starting to get up, and she grabs whatever she can. She goes into the front armpit like that and pulls him down. Now the front legs are whacking her like a squaw. But she's too tight. She's too tight. They're not doing a lot of damage. The problem are these back legs. They start this. She sees these hooves coming at her head. She drops her head. She flattens her ears. She closes her eyes. She just grits her teeth and she just hangs on like this, with these hooves going. The only reason she's prepared to hang on under those sort of circumstances is she knows that those other 6 lionesses are coming in hard and fast to back her up. I don't believe it enters her head that I might not get back up. If it did, she would never take that stallion. There is no way she would hunt buffalo. Can you imagine catching a buffalo and no one comes to help you? The thing will run away with you. You'll be more like a jockey than a hunter. She's got 100% trust that those lionesses are coming, and what's more, they're coming fast. And they're potent lionesses. When those 6 arrive on the zebra, something's going to happen to the zebra. And it allows her to get away with high-risk hunting. But again, what happens in most organizations? When somebody sticks their neck out, hey, everyone else stands back to have a look. They call their friends, look at this. This is fascinating. Have a look to see if there's any danger. People hand things on and somebody loses their head. Everyone has a wonderful time. This whole aspect of trust, again, I can tell you that these statistics which we have on human teams worldwide, if they're right, then the trust levels in human teams are dismal. If that's the case, it's almost pointless getting into the team. Because teams are about sharing things. You share information, you pool all these different skills so that you can synergize those skills. You back one another up. So you need to work. If you want to lift the performance level of any team, if you can lift that trust level, the performance comes with it. Because people are more prepared to share those things. As the trust level drops, they tend to withdraw and you don't get that buy-in. I would work as hard as you can on lifting these trust levels.